You're watching the Touchliner podcast. Yo guys, welcome back to the Touchliner, season 3, episode 14, and we're finally back.
We're back.
It's been 3 weeks.
Damn.
3 weeks since we've been sitting here.
I've missed you.
I've missed you.
That's intense. Okay. Jesus Christ. We've got a lot to talk about.
We do have a lot. Wow, where do we begin? Let's go in chronological order. This is what we agreed on. All right, so we'll start off with the Champions League games midweek. Liverpool against Madrid at Anfield. Liverpool win 2-0. The point here, Vinny didn't play. Mbappe is meant to take the mantle, be the main man.
He was their big signing. He was supposed to have the team built around him.
It's true. But what happened?
He had a penalty.
Oh, okay, so he scored it. He scored 2 in the World Cup, 3 in the World Cup final.
Yeah.
So
it's easy because the World Cup final, obviously the hardest place to score, goals because it's the most important.
Yeah. And
so you think, easy penalty against Real Madrid. He didn't score.
Kelleher saved it.
Kelleher. Just an bang average keeper.
Listen, there were so many times where Mbappe got the ball and he lost it and he didn't track back. You are not playing for PSG anymore, brother. You're playing for Real Madrid. These fans are not going to forgive you so easily.
It's true. They'll turn on you. They'll turn on you quickly.
They turned on Ronaldo when he had a bad game. Like, you have to rebuild your status. You have no status when you join Real Madrid.
Yeah.
You have to rebuild yourself. They hated on Bale, who's arguably the best or second best British player ever. So, I don't think Mbappe is all that. I think he actually makes Real Madrid worse.
Damn. I mean, I'd agree. You're not going to take Vinny out of the team right now.
Yeah.
Vinny might be the best winger in the world right now.
Yeah, but did you hear that Ancelotti's going to move Mbappe to the wing and put Vinny up front? Some politics going on there. Because why the fuck would you do that?
Probably in his contract that Mbappe has to start a certain amount of games.
This could be the end of this Real Madrid era.
Well, I knew it. I didn't know it, to be fair. But to say and try and make this super team with Vinny, Mbappe, Bellingham, there was always going to be something in the way. That's just not how the best teams are made. You don't just sign the best players. It doesn't work like that. There has to be some cohesion. And Mbappe, there was problems at PSG with fellow teammates. We've gone to Real Madrid now, and it seems like, again, there's some issues there. He doesn't talk to anybody in the tunnel.
Yeah,
he's ignored by his teammates a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So what's going on there?
To be honest,
going on behind the doors?
If I had someone on my team that behaved the way he did, I wouldn't like him either.
No, yeah,
I wouldn't like him either. Why am I doing all my running for you?
Exactly.
If I were Bellingham, I'd be pissed because he can't occupy the same space. And okay, if you do that and you're winning, it's fine. You're doing it and you're struggling to win, struggling in the league, struggling in the Champions League.
It's bringing Bellingham's performance down as well because he has to substitute himself to make the runs that Mbappe isn't making.
Exactly.
So, fraud watch.
Something to keep an eye on. Mbappe, you are a bum for this.
Yes. Bum of the week? Maybe.
Could be.
Possibly.
We'll skim over this. City, they're winning 3-0 at home to Feyenoord. We all think that the run's about to end,
Did we not make a prediction when you said they'd beat Feyenoord and I said that they wouldn't beat Feyenoord?
I don't remember this, to be fair. Did you not check this?
I didn't check. Okay. I did not check because we did the Champions League games first and then we do the Premier League games.
Yes, we did.
I'm pretty sure that I said that they would lose.
If you want to check now, I can edit this bit out. If you want to check it now.
I don't want to set it
all
up
wait,
again.
yeah, your phone. I can check it now if you want. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. We're back. We couldn't find the proof. But we'll say you're right. You called it.
I did again.
No,
another prediction right.
What can we say? City 3-0 up at home to Feyenoord in the 74th minute. And obviously they're going to win the game because no team in Champions League history has ever dropped points after being 3-0 up in the 74th minute. But they became the first.
Another record broken.
Well done.
Well done, guys.
Pep breaking records. That means that they were winless in 6 going into the Liverpool game, which we'll talk about in a bit.
Stay for that.
Stay for that. But let's move on to...
Hello. Shitcastle.
Newcastle 1, Palace 1. Generous. I saw some words on my timeline. I'm going to say it to you.
Tell me.
Terrorist.
Correct.
All right. Hopeless.
Correct again?
Lack of attacking prowess.
There's 3 words.
That's
4 words.
Here's 2 words for you. Newcastle are shit.
There's 3 words.
Newcastle shit.
Ass. Completely ass.
Listen. 0.02 XG in 90 minutes. Sum that up for me.
It's frustrating to watch, as I'm sure you can understand, because Newcastle at one point played so fast-paced, high-pressing football. We had like the most goals from turnovers in the league, like direct turnovers. And now it's like we are dancing around the edge of the box. The last pass that we need to make is never there. Isak injured in the first 12 minutes. He injured his hip, so he's off. Gordon playing at 9 for the whole game. It's just not like... We can't have Isak out because it throws off the whole game.
Yeah.
And even without Isak, that last ball, whether it's from Joe Wellington on the left, why is Joe Wellington being shoehorned on the left? Yes, okay, when him and Willock have some good link-up on the left sometimes, but Joe Wellington's not a left winger. We need Gordon or Barnes to be consistently starting on the left wing. If you have Gordon... He has to be breaking line. He has to be sprinting up. He has to be taking on defenders. I don't think he beat a single defender against Crystal Palace.
Got the assist for the goal.
Oh no, man. That's such a crazy... When you watch that game, he's like a shell of himself.
Yeah.
He actually is a shell of himself. I don't know why. Why did we sign Harvey Barnes if he's not good enough to start? What was the point of signing Harvey Barnes if he's not good enough to start? He's joint top scorer with Isak, and he's starting on the bench. Like, what's going on? Like, you have to say, like, Eddie Howe, the selection has just not been good enough for me. Like, that shows to me he doesn't have faith in Harvey Barnes to do what he wants. So if that's high pressing, I don't know.
Yeah.
But why sign him? Tonali looked like a Rolls Royce. But
he's good.
When him and Bruno play together, we've won 1 in 8 games. So when they play together, our two definitely our 2 best midfielders, we can't win a game. So that needs to be figured out as well. Yeah. Why can't they play together? I don't know. Tonali subbed off for Longstaff.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it's just weird. I don't understand it. Lewis Hall and Livramento looked great.
Yeah,
again, but like, it's just, it wasn't good enough.
Yeah.
The final ball wasn't there. We had 1 shot on target and 1 goal, but the shot on target wasn't even the goal because Mark Gahey scored the own goal.
Yes, he did.
And you thought, okay, maybe we got away with a lucky win there. Fair enough. 93rd or 94th minute comes around.
Yep. Gahey with the assist.
And
Pope, by the way, can I just say, he made a few good saves in the game. But
should be saving that.
He should, but I think it balances out. I mean, all the saves he made, you could have easily lost the game.
Yeah, it's true.
But are you telling me then, from all of that you don't know what your identity is anymore?
Not really. Like, we're not... we used to go away and, like, sometimes there would be games where we wouldn't have great performances, but you'd still see the identity of high-pressing football. You'd still see Gordon taking on players and beating them.
Yeah.
He looked like he should be set on nailed left wing for England.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's just sat on, he's stuck to the bench now. If I'm Tuchel,
he's honestly,
to be honest,
this is the opportunity for him to become England's first choice left winger because there's no one really that's going to be challenging for it. Grealish plays more central.
I mean, fucking Rashford.
Yeah, Rashford.
We can get onto Rashford in a minute because how many goals? Is that 4 or 5 goals this season now?
In all comps, it's 6, but I think in the Premier League it's 4 or 5. So yeah. I mean, we'll move over United.
Bit more of a positive result for United.
Very much so. United 4, Everton 0. I thought it was going to be 3-1.
Yeah,
we both thought we'd win. It's a very winnable game. Everton, not in bad form, but Everton have a shit record at Old Trafford.
Yeah.
Haven't won there since 2013. Don't need to remind anyone who the manager was for that game. Fucking hell. Ahmad. Someone behind me, he was getting carried away. He was like, Ahmad's the best winger I've seen at this club. And everyone was like, shut up. Everyone was like, shut up. Yeah, but honestly, unreal. 2 of the goals were turnover goals. He pressed them high in their own third, won the ball, and created a chance, and we scored from it.
That's literally what Gordon should be doing. That's what Gordon used to do, and now he can't do that anymore.
Yeah, it might be something that with Gordon, well, maybe it's an injury. He's playing through it, you know. But Ahmad, unreal. Rashford getting a brace, great for his confidence. Xerxes, a bozo. I was literally in the group chat saying bozo watch.
Bozo scored a brace,
and he scored a brace, and he played well. He made some good passes. He held the ball up well. And everyone, for the first time, I think, saw why we signed Xerxes.
Yeah.
He can hold the ball up. He's good at distribution. And his finishing's not bad as well, both feet. So that was good to see. I'm not saying he's not bozo anymore. He still needs to prove me wrong. He needs to do a lot more. But yeah, after Højlund scored 2 midweek, we beat Bodo Glimt midweek 3-2. To see Højlund get 2, and then Xerxes get 2, and Rashford get 2.
Great confidence.
Our attackers are scoring.
Great confidence boost, yeah. It's great for you.
We needed it. Mount looked really good midweek. He came off the bench and kept the ball really well. We thought he would do well in the system. I said that I thought he'd do well in the system too, and it looks like he's improving. Fernandes getting 2 assists today as well. In the front 3, and he played more deep against Bodo Glimt, but he can do both. And I like how with this system, it's kind of teaching players to play in different positions, and you pick up different things, and it means that you attack together and you defend together. We're pressing as a unit. We're keeping the ball. We've decided, you know what, maybe if we have more possession, we'll be better, which, you know, Ten Hag didn't really think about that.
Yeah.
So Amorim's come in, and in all 3 games, we've controlled the ball, and we're creating chances.
Another clean sheet for you.
Yeah, big clean sheet for Onana's 5th of the season. Like, it looks like there's an identity at the club forming. Obviously, I need to see more of it. I'm really eager to see how we do against Arsenal, because that's the first big challenge
it's away. A real test.
At the Emirates, they're on fire. But Fernandes finally hitting form is perfect for us. Just going into this Arsenal game, because if he does well, we do well. Mainu and Martinez have been suspended.
It's not looking good, to be honest. Those Kobbie Mainoo, obviously such a big player for you last season.
Yeah.
And Martinez, obviously your best centre back,
starting left centre back. But I think it's not too bad, because I think Mainoo wouldn't have started. I think we were going to start Ugarte and Casemiro because they're more defensive, and Shaw will play centre back. So I don't think it's too bad. It's just a bit annoying. If
any injuries happen, it could be a bit bad.
Ahmad went down at the end, which is a bit worrying. But I literally cannot sing this guy's praises enough. He defends. He's stronger than he looks. He's quick. Makes the right decision. He's
man of the match.
Man of the match for sure. So. He's a pass first winger. He's a pass first attacker. All of our attackers are shoot first. Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund. But Ahmad is the only one which is pass first. And you see he did this. He won the press. Guaranteed, if Garnacho was in those situations, he would have shot.
Yeah, 100%.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Literally.
Yeah, Rashford did the thing today. He scored a second, did that. I don't want to get too carried away, but Man United are back. No, I'm joking.
They're back.
I'm joking.
He's not joking.
4-0. That was the first time we won a league game by 4 goals since the opening day of the 2021-22 season.
Damn. Okay. Are they back? That's the real question.
I think we could be. I think this next period now, we've got Arsenal and then Forest and then City.
That's when you'll know. I mean, obviously Forest have had a great start to the season. City, slight fall off. So that might be a good chance for you to really prove yourself against, last year's champions. And then Arsenal will be a tough test. So I think that's an easier game, a medium game, and a hard game for you there.
Yeah.
But to see how Amorim's 3-4-3 and his tactics, work against maybe some of the better teams.
That's what I really want to see, because I'm not expecting a win against Arsenal nor City, but if I can see the idea, that's fine. I've been seeing the idea. I've been seeing him on the touchline try and direct people, call people over. It's something Ten Hag didn't really do. Ten Hag was very much muted, but this guy is vocal. He talks in press conferences. He's got a bit of charisma.
He articulates himself well as well.
Yes.
He articulates what he wants. He can explain it to the fans and the media in a way that you believe and you understand.
Yeah.
Rather than when it was Ten Hag, it felt like even at the beginning, it felt like he had this like rash like attitude towards people who would maybe question the things that he did, and it just became a Ten Hag versus everybody kind of job. Whereas now it feels like Amorim sort of knows how to communicate these things a little bit better.
Yeah, he is like the polar opposite. He's even said, he was like, yeah, we won 4-0, but that flatters us today. We should have won more midweek. He wants the fans to focus on the performances instead of the results. Mm-hmm. The opposite of Ten Hag. You just lost 3-0. Yeah, but I won the FA Cup.
Yeah.
It's really good to see. And I think if Ahmed starts, Bruno plays anywhere near how he did today in our defence, it's just solid. When we go to the Emirates, I think we could draw.
Do we see a Champions League spot for you?
There's potential there.
There's potential.
We're both 4 points off City. And the
but
top
that's
four.
Not saying much because City today, we'll talk about it later.
Yeah.
City looked fucking shit.
Yes, they look mid-table. But yeah, I mean, the table, that's the thing. Apart from Liverpool, 9 points clear. The rest
11, you said, no?
No, I was wrong. It was 9. It was 9.
So still not double digits.
Sorry. It was 11 points of City. That's what I meant. 11 points clear of City.
Right.
9 points clear of Arsenal and Chelsea in second.
I see what you mean.
Yes.
Okay.
So Brighton and City both have 23 points. We've got 19. Mm-hmm. 4 points gap between us and top 4, which is, anything can happen. I genuinely think that we could be in for it, and we might not even have a great season.
Yeah.
Nor might you, but we're in the race, like you said.
Yeah. I definitely need a good January, for sure. Like, my club needs an injection of something new.
Like what?
We need a right winger, for sure. We need a right winger.
I don't know if you get a long-term replacement. You might need, it's a loan, maybe. A loan sort of job.
I take a loan. Like, we just need something new. Like,
yeah.
And I'm getting a bit more worried game by game now.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come. Yeah. Hello.
Oh, beep.
Bomb. It's getting to the point now where, by the end of the season, if we're still looking at performances like the one that we had against Forest, was it West Ham at home?
Yeah, West
Ham at home, Crystal Palace away.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the West Ham game.
I don't want to talk about the West Ham game. Fuck that. I'm okay. If we keep having performances like this, Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall, I can't vouch for you anymore.
Damn.
I have to say, we can't. Damn. You can't flash all this shit at Ten Hag when he was having problems and you didn't see an identity. We can't say those things and then not give the same energy to Eddie Howe and Jason Tindall. Where is the ideas? Where's the Newcastle of last season?
Yeah,
where have they gone?
It's true. Newcastle lost to West Ham 2-0. Aaron Wan-Bissaka scored. He scored
another prediction.
And you said it. He told me he was going to score, and I was like, he hasn't scored in 3 years. That's just not.
I was like, watch Aaron Wan-Bissaka score against us.
Yep,
and he did.
And for at that point, he'd scored 3 goals in his career. 2 were against Newcastle at St James's Park.
Yeah.
He scored again, though.
Yeah, I know. Weekend. I saw at home, yeah.
That's so ridiculous. Funny. On a goal-scoring streak. But that game, again, you were toothless. Mm-hmm. Isak had a chance. It just, to me, it doesn't look like he's fit. And it doesn't look like Gordon's fit either.
Yeah, that game was more frustrating, if anything, than the one against Crystal Palace. It just, to me, looked like just a lack of creativity. Yeah. Like, Bruno, he'll play the most forward passes in the league for any midfielder. But what does that mean if we're not getting the ball in the box at the right time, if we're not playing the ball through the middle at the right time? That last ball, the quality is just not good enough.
Yeah.
And our creative outlets have dropped off completely, and that shows in how many goals we're scoring. It's just dropped off.
I think you lack in a creative player.
Yeah.
You've got Tonali, who's an 8, Guimaraes who's an 8, Joeland or 6, and Joelinton is an 8. You haven't got 10.
We desperately need some creativity, and Bruno and Tonali are getting that kind of swap when they're playing in the midfield together. They're developing a decent connection. Like, they had a good game against Bruno, looked all right, but Tonali looked excellent against Crystal Palace defensively. But when Tonali's playing that well defensively, Bruno then needs to match that energy going forward, and it just wasn't there. Like, you're seeing the passes, you're seeing the balls that you could be playing, but he's slow to react and he doesn't make it.
Yeah.
And that's not good enough. And maybe he just needs a chance to develop into the role of playing maybe a little bit
Yeah.
higher on the pitch, but
Not
he's been there
firing.
before. He scored late winners against Leicester, diving headering in the first season he played with us. So it's not like he doesn't know how to get up the field. He's done it before.
Yeah.
I
And
don't
now
know.
you're going to
I
face...
could go on for a
You're
rant about
going to
it.
face Liverpool next. But
Yeah.
before we talk about Liverpool City, Arsenal won 5-2 against West Ham away.
Yeah.
Emphatic in front of goal. Dare I say a bit leaky at the back.
Yes.
Could have been 3.
Yeah.
That's the negative, I think, that Arsenal fans must be a bit concerned about the midfield and the defensive structure when they're getting run at by West Ham, who aren't the best team. Yeah, they're in all right form, but you don't want to be conceding 2, almost 3 when you've scored 5.
Yeah.
You know? But Saka is started to cook. Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal. The return of Odegaard has changed the team. And I think this is why they're not title winning level. You
They
rely
so much on Odegaard.
Yeah.
Saka's a great example of a player who's come from the Euro squad and has just flourished it straight back into the league. I mean, what is it now? It's he's on record to break the most assists in one season. Obviously 20 held by De Bruyne and someone else. I can't remember who.
It's set pieces,
It's a
man.
joint one.
Yeah, the set piece coach was having a field day.
Yeah, and Saka is already on 10 assists for the season now, I'm pretty sure. Or like 10 or 11, because he got 2 assists in the game against West Ham.
That's mental.
So...
Yeah, 10, yeah.
He is on form to break a record this season, which would be absolutely ridiculous if he does.
Yeah.
I wish we had someone like Saka. Like, he looks incredible
Actually,
right
we've got
now.
Amad Diallo. So.
Okay. He looks incredible right now.
Yeah.
And
this is the worst time we're playing them next.
yeah,
Fuck's
literally.
sake. Yeah. Arsenal, I'd say, are probably, if you ask any fan, they're probably second favourite. If there is a second favourite to win the league, it would probably be them.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be happy because they're guaranteed top 4.
Yeah.
You're hitting form at a good time. Havertz is scoring.
Unless they have a massive fall off after January.
Yeah.
Like, let's not lie. It could happen, but just right now, balance of probability, that's probably not going to happen. They're probably going to consistently stay in the top 4 until the end of the season. And yeah, I'd say Champions League is pretty nailed on for them,
sure.
To be honest.
For sure. All right. It's time.
Let's just talk about it really quickly.
All right, let's speak about this.
This is fucking crazy. I think the title race might be over.
It is over.
Is it already over?
It's over.
It's over.
Game time. Ball game. Finito. Khalas. Say what you want.
Oh,
Liverpool have won the Premier League.
damn.
Now, fuck you, but also well done.
Yes. Slot era is...
Slot era. We laughed.
We laughed.
We're not laughing now.
We're crying.
We actually are. They are 9 points clear of Arsenal and Chelsea. They are 11 points ahead of Man City. It's the 1st of December. Well, it'll be the 2nd when this comes out. It's the beginning of December. We haven't even got to that festive period where we're like, oh, it's make or break. It's already
broken.
It's already broken.
Yeah,
it's already broken.
The league has been cracked wide open, and Slot, I mean, wow, just even the way he plays is so fun to watch. It's so counter to what City are like.
Yes.
They will happily take all that nothing pressure that City delivered today, by the way. They looked hopeless at creating chances.
Mid-table.
They looked mid-table.
They look like a mid-table side. They've lost 2-0. And that means now that they are on Pep Guardiola's worst run of his coaching career.
Foden, ass.
Yeah.
Haaland, ass. Grealish, ass. Bernardo Silva, ass.
The whole
they
defense.
all played
the whole
awful.
defense. He thought he did something by dropping Gvardiol and Edison. Great. Nothing changed.
No. What's all this about, by the way?
It's either he's saying, yeah, we lost 6 in a row, or he's saying he's won 6 titles. And by the way, do you remember the last manager to hold up how many titles he won? What happened to him? Joe said, 3 for me, and I have more alone than the other managers together.
Enjoy the Turkey League, bitch.
Listen, I don't want to jump the gun here, but is this the end of Pep Guardiola? Listen, I don't actually think it is. It could be. This could be iconic, or whatever. This or this.
Oh,
whatever.
what's all
It could
this
be
business?
iconic because
What's he doing?
Rebuilding a team is one of the hardest things you can do as a manager. Rebuilding a winning team is the hardest thing you can do as a manager.
And when has he done that from scratch?
He has never rebuilt a team.
No.
He was at Bayern for 2 or 3 years. He left.
Yes.
He was at Barca with the same team for a few years. He left.
This is the longest he's been
The
somewhere.
longest he's been, exactly.
The success has spanned. Obviously, we've seen with City's financial fair play. We understand that might have affected how well that they did in the league, but overall, you can say that City easily have been the most dominant force in the last 10 years that we've seen.
They definitely have.
They're falling off now. And does he know how to bring them back once they start drowning?
I think.
Does he have that orange ring to save them and keep them afloat? I don't think so.
Rodri, when he comes back, that will be it. That's it.
Not when, if he comes back.
Ooh,
ACLs don't just fix properly.
It's true.
Okay?
It's true.
One of our friends, an old co-host, has torn that thing 3 or 4 times.
Yeah,
they never heal back properly.
True.
And
you got to be so careful.
Athletes are never the same again. It's not like Rodri was fast, but I mean, now he's definitely going to be...
It's the sharp turns. He had the bit of agility. Listen, the fall off from City, they were literally started the season as they normally do, and now they look like a mid-table side. 0.07 XG in the first half, not even a whole XG in the whole game, is a disgrace.
They had, I think it was just was it the 70th? No, it was just the beginning of the first half. Oh, sorry, the end of the first half. It was 41 touches in Man City's third.
Yeah.
And 3 touches for City in Liverpool's final third. How insane is that for the best team in England?
Disgraceful.
The previous champions.
It's disgraceful.
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Team, I think it's time to rejig the team. You've got the same players. I think you need more hunger. That's what Fergie was good at. You need to get new players in. Promote the youth, but the right youth. Rico Lewis, I think, is fine, but I don't know if he's good to start every single week. You've got...
Mateus Nunes looked decent.
He was decent. Give him more minutes. Don't take him off the pitch. Phil Foden, what is going on?
Where is this guy?
Where is he? Like, we thought we were at the Euros going, oh, he's crap, but, a PFA player of the year, whatever. He's like, he'll go back to City and cook. Even when they were doing well, he wasn't starting. Now they need him. He's not there.
Yeah. He's gone invisible, to be honest. And when Doku came on, he brought a little bit of more energy. And he was putting balls into the box. And Haaland just nowhere to be seen.
Yeah.
Not even throwing himself at the ball. And it just, they look dejected.
Yeah.
They look like they are out of ideas.
Yes.
And Pep doing all this business to the crowd, it screams like, I'm trying to find a way to cope with losing. And I feel like the best way I can do that is to just own it and be like, 6 losses. Or if it was 6 titles that he's holding up, going like this, you are not Mourinho, bro.
Goodbye.
And the fact that you're doing what Mourinho did after Mourinho was fucking sacked, like, it's not looking good. It's not looking good for them.
They were singing, you're getting sacked in the morning. They were singing it. Obviously he's not, but to not win in 7, listen.
How mental would it be if we woke up tomorrow and it was Pep Guardiola has been sacked as Manchester City?
I would throw up. That would be fucking crazy. But yeah, I mean, listen, City are on a downward spiral. We've been saying it on the last few episodes. And they keep getting worse and worse and worse. Last week, I said, you didn't say, but I said that they'd beat Feyenoord and then get out of it. Maybe not in this game, but in the next game. But surely it ends now, right?
Yeah. I mean, who do they have next? Who have they got next?
It's not a big game from Forest at home. That's a winnable game for them. And I think that if they don't get a win there, it's fucking proper panic stations. But I think this is where it ends. 7 winless games, 8th game, they win.
I don't know, I mean, the problem is it's now a media circus as well. The whole thing is now a massive, like, it's the elephant in the room. When is City going to break this losing streak? And now I think that it might haunt them for a little bit. I think give it 2 games and they'll probably come back. I think I said they'll lose again this week. And then their second game afterwards. I can't remember who it was against.
Yeah, so they got Forest, and then they have...
They'll beat Forest. But I think Forest... Or maybe they'll draw to Forest.
They'll draw to Forest.
They'll probably draw to Forest because Chris Wood, 9th. Nine goals.
9 goals. Yeah, Chris Wood is third top scorer. But
that's insane. This guy's such a bozo. Such a New Zealand Australian bozo.
Oh, New Zealand Australian, same country.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's a good striker. Right? I think he's a good finisher, and I think if you play to his strengths, he'll get you the points, and that's exactly what he's doing. But yeah, I don't know if City get a result. I don't know if City get a convincing result, should I say? But I think they beat Forest at home and end of the duck. But with Guardiola doing a bit of this.
What is all this about?
6. He's clarified. He said he's very proud of his 6 Premier League titles.
Good for you.
They were singing that you're getting sacked in the morning, but obviously we all remember the last manager to do this.
Yes,
3 for me. Yeah, I mean if he gets the same outcome as Mourinho, like you said,
it's gonna be looking a little bit dodgy.
I'm just saying. But yeah, I mean I think City, you've got all these players that don't know what it's like to lose. You've got like Bernardo Silva, Foden, who by the way since the Euros ass.
Yeah. We just said this.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
I'll say it again.
Because
you are ass.
It's true. Foden is a bozo.
But genuinely, I think that this is going to be the hardest thing for Pep now is to rebuild the team.
He can't. He struggles to do that. Doesn't he? He's never done that.
It's the hardest thing you can do. The hardest thing you can do is rebuild the team. The actual hardest thing you can do is rebuild a winning team. Now he's been there. He's won 6 titles. Fair enough. He's rebuilt the team once, but there was no adversity. What happened? He came second one year. But this is 7 winless games. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we haven't ever been there.
Yeah,
right?
that's.
I mean, maybe like in the Premier League era.
These are truly trenches. Truly the trenches.
These are the trenches, and I'm loving it. And dare I say, they may not even get top 4. I think they'll get top 4.
They'll get top 4. I mean, it's just going to be a case of because no one like. What are the higher ups at City going to think when they get 4th? Like, are they going to be looking at Pep being like, "Are you done, brother?
Are you going to sack that guy that just won you 6 titles and a treble?"
Yeah, well, you shouldn't. You shouldn't really. But I mean, the way football politics is nowadays, if he turns and the media turn on him, we've seen it before. The media turn on managers, they're gone.
That's true. But City are really weird with the media. They're like mates with them, and they only let the people in that don't slander them. Shock, controlling the people like they do in the Chelsea beat Aston Villa 3-0.
Yes.
Forgot where I was going at Christmas. Can I just say, what did I say?
You did say, yes.
Palmer was going to cook.
It's true.
And I said Chelsea would score 3. It's not important about the second part. I said Chelsea would win and score 3 and Palmer would return. Palmer scored a worldie. He's back.
Yeah.
Villa. We called it.
No wins in 7.
Champions League tax. You saw it with Newcastle, and this is the issue now because they beat Bayern Munich and they're on a good run. They might get into the last 16, but they're not going to win it. They're going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
All of that for what? To struggle in the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is your bread and butter.
Yeah.
That's what needs to be attended to.
We're seeing the fall off. I'm loving every second of it because it means hopefully at the end of this season, if they do have a terrible finish, it means that Villa will offload players. And they have some decent players there.
You just want Ross Barkley.
I want Ross Barkley. Bring him in. I want him. I was early on the Ross Barkley stocks. I'm invested. So let's see what happens.
Yeah. But listen, Chelsea keeping a clean sheet, 3 goals. Jackson no longer a bozo.
No longer a bozo.
You got him in FPL.
I did. I brought him in, and you know what? People questioning his finishing ability. We know that is. Let's say he's not as good as some of the other top scorers in the league,
Definitely
like your Haalands, your Ollie Watkins, Chris Wood, your Isaks. But Isak as a finisher, out-and-out finisher.
Not this year.
Maybe. It's more about the service to Isak, to be honest. But what you can say is that for what Chelsea want and need him for as an attacking outlet, he is 100% doing a great job.
Yeah.
Him, Palmer, Neto, when he comes on, looks great. They're cooking. They're cooking right now. I can see.
I can feel it.
And if Chelsea sort out their defensive issues with their Bozo de Shield or Badia Bozo, then they could seriously leak themselves into top 4.
Oh, definitely.
Seriously.
I think they're contenders for sure, but again, a bit too unpredictable.
Mhm.
That team is unpredictable.
Oh,
Tottenham,
unpredictable for some,
for some.
but for others, extremely predictable. Let's go over it. I mean, we saw them beat City
4-0.
4-0.
Yeah.
Okay. What did I say? You tell them what I said.
He said that I think they draw with Fulham. They go from beating City to drawing at home to Fulham.
1-1.
You
Correct score
He said 1-1
as well.
Insane.
This is why I can't see Tottenham doing anything this year.
Yep.
Because they are too inconsistent.
I agree.
It is, obviously, it's just the Tottenham way.
Yeah.
You know? But Ange needs to sort that out, because you cannot have games where Maddison gets a brace and Son looks like a world beater, and then the next game, Son looks like a retard and Maddison looks like John Joe Shelby. Like, you cannot have that, because that's how you become a mid-table team.
This is what they do. They're going to struggle. I mean, they're already struggling, but now they don't have the spine. Bentancur is not available for a few games. And it doesn't look like they're maintaining that. I mean, how they played against City, none of it was present today.
And Brennan Johnson will score some goals, but he's not going to carry the team.
No.
And Kulusevski, when he's firing, he's fucking great.
He's unreal.
Get him firing.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just I cannot see them slipping up.
Yeah.
Stepping up into that top 4 spot, because they're just too inconsistent at the moment.
I think so. I think
Ange has a real problem with consistency. So that's why it's so easy for me to say that, they beat City, and I know that they'll go away and have a terrible result against Fulham.
Yeah.
It's not away, sorry, but was it away?
There's a home.
I know for a fact that at home against Fulham, who they should really be smashing after they just beat the best team in the league. Yes, obviously, best team in the league, having a bit of a off period at the moment. Yeah. But still, there are world beaters in that City team. And you just look hopeless against Fulham. So, next game, who do they have?
They have Bournemouth away. That's what it is. Yeah. Yes. Bournemouth away. They will smash Bournemouth away. Okay.
Because that's just the way that they go. They win one, they lose one. They win one, they lose one.
It's not good enough. You can't build up. You can't build the momentum, and this is what you need if you want to be top 4. And that's why I don't even consider them in the top 4 race. No. They have the players to definitely be in that on that level, but they're not going to do it. The manager, the team, the culture, everything about that club. It's just loser mentality.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of loser mentality, we didn't even talk about West Ham.
Anyways.
Wan-Bissaka.
Oh, okay.
So you were losing 1-0, and you were like, "Oh, Wan-Bissaka's getting cooked," and I was like, "Lol, that okay." And then you went, "Yeah, watch him score now," and I was like, "Yeah, he's just not going to score. He hasn't scored in 3 years." What did he do?
He scored. He scored a goal. And what was it? 2 out of his last 3 goals were at St. James's Park.
Before this weekend, yeah.
And there you go. Another one onto your fucking list.
Another one. And he scored this weekend.
Just scored again,
so you just spawned a goal-scoring right-back.
Fuck's sake.
You guys are in dire need of something.
Yeah.
Isak missing that chance in front of the keeper. He got it on his left foot.
Outraged when I watched that. I was so annoyed.
This is how you can tell. I think, like you said earlier with Gordon not being firing on all cylinders. You got him, you got Isak not looking the same as they are. I generally don't think they're 100% fit, either in terms of injuries or in terms of match fitness.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's because you don't have an alternative. If you don't play Gordon, you could play Barnes, but we've seen Barnes isn't as effective. If you don't play Isak,
what do we have? Osula or string cheese hamstrings Callum Wilson? You cannot play that man. Like, he can come on for 15 minutes and make an impact, sure. But that guy can't play a full 90. Yeah. Eddie Howe didn't even trust Callum Wilson to come on when Isak was injured in the 12th minute. He put Gordon at 9.
Yeah.
And brought Barnes on and put Barnes on the wing. Like, you're not even trusting the striker that got, was it like 15 or 16 goals like 2 seasons ago?
It's not promising, and for his confidence, it's not good either.
No, definitely not. But enough about it. I'm going to get fucking pissed if we keep talking about Newcastle. So let's just move on.
Interesting. Yeah, just want to shout out the 2 overperformers, Brighton and Forest. So obviously
Yeah.
Brighton are in fourth right now. They're above City, but they couldn't beat Southampton at home. If they did, we could be talking about a team that's on the same level of points as Arsenal and Chelsea.
Yeah.
Which is insane. And it's a great start. I got Pedro in, and he did fuck all, by the way.
So,
Pat, your
yeah.
team. Okay. Mitoma with a decent goal, but honestly, that's a game you have to win.
Yeah.
Southampton at home, you have to win that game because they could be the surprise package this year.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, they've been in and around the European spots the past few years. So how surprised are we really?
Not really. I mean, Brighton have always been there and about, in the top 10 somewhere. Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me they're doing well. But, Mitoma's not really been around cooking for a while. He's been a bit missing. So if they can get him going, that's going to be scary, to say the least.
I think so. Brighton, they've got the youngest manager in the league. And I think they're just always, even the past few years without him, they played an exciting brand of football. So it's good to see an exciting team up there, but obviously I don't want them above us. So we will catch up. But yeah, they continue. They're decent form, I'd say. Forest, Chris Wood, the third highest scorer in the Premier League, 9 goals in 13 games.
Jesus.
Former Newcastle player. They would kill. They would do a lot of dirty things to have a striker with 9 goals right now.
Yeah, literally. They're cooking. Forest are cooking, and to be completely honest with you, I can see them maintaining the form against City. I'm telling you that City will not beat them.
City and United back to back away.
City will not beat them at home. United might beat them, but just in the way that they are right now, with the fact that it's becoming such a media thing. Pep is he's choking a little bit, and he's, when you start replying to fans and it just doesn't look good, right? So I could definitely see Chris Wood getting a result there, maybe a 2-2, I think, because you can see City scoring. Cause, we all know Nottingham Forest defense isn't great, but they look so leaky today.
Yeah.
They look so
they were
leaky.
So open there for the taking. Mid-table side.
Alanga,
Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah, these guys they will cook and they will cut open fucking a can shit.
They will, but I think City win 2-1.
I'm going to say 2-2.
I'm going to say 2-2. I think it'll be close. We didn't even talk about Pep and the I harm myself thing. That's fucked.
It's just weird.
He's just a weird guy.
Yeah.
He's so weird. He apologized for it, but also, why are there scratches on you? What's he doing?
Yeah.
What's he doing in the room? And what's that? See, he had the scar for that today, but that's really weird.
Yeah, I agree.
That's really weird. Anyway, just shows you where City are going. And I think you said they'll get top 4, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they'll get third.
They're not going to fall off that hard.
Yeah. I still think they get third.
Yeah.
The final point before predictions. Your second team, or the team you have ties to, Leicester, hired Ruud van Nistelrooy, my love, ex-interim United manager, played 2 of his 4 interim games against Leicester. Do you think it's a good a good appointment or a bad appointment?
I think that it's medium. It's somewhere in the middle, and I say that just because Leicester have arguably one of the worst centre-back pairings in the league, if not the worst centre-back pairing in the league.
They played a 3 in the last game.
I know, but it's specifically when Okoli and Faz are playing together. Faz is the worst centre-back in the league, hands down. No argument about that. He is
horrible.
And Okoli is nearly just as shit.
Yeah.
But honestly, Okoli has more bozo in him.
Yeah.
He can just kick the ball away. He's just Maguire it away. That's all he can do. Okay. Genuinely, he's coming in. He's going to play a very similar style to the way Maresca played football. Very attacking football, high press. That's not where Leicester struggle. Leicester don't have an issue with scoring goals. It's they leak goals consistently. And when they're on the back foot, they can't get going. Yeah. And they're consistently on the back foot because their fucking midfielders and defenders are shit. Right? You got Ndidi, bozo. Faz, bozo. Okoli, bozo. So many bozos in that team. Up front, they have great options. They've got that Argentinian guy on the right wing. Vardy got an assist last game. They've got Fatawu, Mavididi. They've got options up front.
Yeah.
But it's at the back where they have issues. And is Van Nistelrooy going to be able to solidify that back line or bring some of his players in,
Yeah.
maybe some of his ideas in to, stabilize it a little bit.
Well, I think that, based on, he's won a trophy at PSV, obviously. He was quite good. I think as interim at United, he was good at stabilizing the ship and kind of making us a bit more solid in midfield and defense. Because that's where every good team starts. If you've got a solid back line and the midfield that's hard to play through, then the goals will come.
Mhm.
If you stop conceding, the goals will come. So I think he's a good appointment for Leicester, because watching Cooper, whenever I watched the Leicester game, was insufferable. Like the way he plays football is horrible. Yeah. It's the same when he was at Forest. But now I think you've got Van Nistelrooy, who will get the best out of Vardy, obviously, as a former Premier League striker. Obviously, Vardy broke his record for the game.
Those links.
The links, yeah. He played against Leicester twice when he was interim manager. He scored a hat-trick against them as well. Like, it's all these like crazy, weird links. But I think it's one of those where it could be meant to be, I think he's a good young manager. He plays an attacking style of football. And the thing is with young managers also is they're very good at communicating with the players.
Yes.
And I think that's really key. And I think he'll be successful at Leicester. They stay up for sure.
Yeah. Oh, no, definitely stay up. I can see a nice little turnaround for them. Nice little 14th to 15th finish for them, I think, this season. I think and then rebuild next year. Get rid of Faz. Get rid of Faz in the summer. Cash in what you can. 1-2 million maybe. And
that's
then,
diabolical. 1 or 2
it's just
million.
Shit though, isn't he? Like, so bad.
Crazy. But yeah, I think that's everything on the football. We mentioned a few of the predictions, but we can just rattle through them. Am I on the right date? Yep. City Forest, you said 2-2.
I think 2-2. I think Chris Wood can score there, and I think City's winless run will continue.
Yeah, I think I disagree. I know why I said yeah. Mm-hmm. I think Wood scores. I think City score 2, but I think Forest score 1. And it'll be 2-1, I think. Newcastle, Liverpool at St. James's Park.
I can see us getting fucking destroyed, to be honest. Like,
fucking destroyed,
St. James's Park is obviously a fortress. It is known by the big managers to be a fortress. It's a hard place to go, but just right now, the way Liverpool are, we watched them today. Liverpool soaked up all of that nothingness pressure that City offered and just jumped on their neck when when they needed to. And the problem that Newcastle have right now is that they cannot create a chance to save their life. And when we invite them to St. James's Park, and we'll be passing the ball around the outside of the box, going around to wing, and just never getting that final ball in. A turnover will happen, we'll lose the ball, and they'll jump on us. And that's exactly what happened at City today. They will destroy us on the counter-attack. And Livramento and Lewis Hall can only do so much. We don't even have that fast of a back line, and we're going to be up against Diaz, Salah, Nunez, and Gakpo. That is not going to be good for us. So I can see us getting destroyed. Like, I reckon they will absolutely blitz through us. I'm going to say like 3-1.
1-1.
Yeah.
I'm going 1-1. I think regardless of form, Eddie Howe gets the players up for big games.
It's true.
I think it's a blessing in a curse, because it means that you're left thinking, why didn't we play like this against West Ham at home?
Exactly.
So it's a kind of thing where, why don't you get the players up like for this every game?
Yeah.
But I think that Liverpool will come and they will dominate you, but you will draw. And it'll be Isak.
If there's any time when I need Anthony Gordon to show up, the most goals against top 5 teams in the league, he needs to cook. Like, show me that you are not turning back into the bozo you were at Everton.
Yes.
Okay? Because since the Euros, you've fallen off. And you don't even look like the same player.
No.
If you can, you're up against Trent Alexander-Arnold. Yeah. Okay? You cook him every time you come up. You blitz past it. It's not hard. Take him on and show some confidence. And I need him to put in a good performance. Even if we don't win, even if we draw, I need a good performance.
He hates Liverpool. I mean, Everton boy. Hopefully he can show up.
Do what you do best. High press, big turnovers, get the crowd going. Like, that's what he does. And that's when he's in his prime. And if Eddie Howe can get the other players going for that game, then we could maybe do something.
Yeah,
but
true.
Just with balance of probability, what I've seen recently, I can't back it.
Damn. Fair enough. Arsenal against United at the Emirates.
I can see Arsenal I can see Arsenal winning that one.
Yeah, I think
I can't lie to you.
I think it'll be closer than we think. I think we'll play quite well, but I think we'll lose 3-1 just because we have more quality.
I'll say 3-2 just because you have a thing about you're scoring a lot right now. You're in goal scoring form. Rashford scoring. Diallo looks very dangerous.
Højlund, we rested Højlund today.
Yes,
and
true.
He's been scoring.
Xerxes brace.
I hope he doesn't play against Arsenal. He's still a bozo.
Gabriel versus Xerxes.
Saliba's injured, right?
I don't know. Not sure.
I was just thinking about this.
But obviously, Martinez.
Oh no, Saliba's fit.
Martinez and Mainu going to be out for that game.
Yes, Martinez and Mainu obviously booked. So I think we would have started Casemiro and Agate anyway because it's more defensive, combative. And Shaw can play instead of Martinez, which I think is fine.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes a difference. I think we're going to lose either way. If we go there and actually I can see sort of an identity forming, because I can kind of see it now, even though these are smaller games. If I can see that, that's all I can ask for. And obviously we play City in 2 weeks from now. Yeah. So these are the 2 games I'm going to keep tabs on. We've got Forest in the middle of that, but this is a huge run now where I need to see some form. I need to see the players understanding what Amorim wants to do. Because I can see glimpses, but show me. Even if you lose, just show me. That's all I want. Bournemouth, Tottenham. You said that they would get blitzed.
Tottenham will blitz them, okay? You heard it here first. Tottenham will blitz Bournemouth, okay? And then who do they have after?
And then they have Palace away.
And then they will lose...
Oh, wait, not Palace away. Sorry, they have Chelsea at home.
Yes, there we go. That's when this man will cook. I can see them getting... It'll be a high-scoring game. I reckon it'll be 4-2 to Chelsea.
If you're right on this...
I reckon it will be 4-2 because they'll have a great performance against Bournemouth. Kulusevski might fucking score a banger from outside the box. Brennan Johnson, maybe.
He was looking at just a wall.
Yeah. But when they go after a win... They cannot go back-to-back wins right now. So I reckon they get smashed 4-2.
I just think Chelsea, because they also can be inconsistent, they will lose. But it will be close. I'm going to go with 3-2 on that one. But I do think they'll beat Bournemouth as well. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's see. I'm believing in fucking Tottenham. Mm-hmm. Okay. Wednesday, Thursday is okay. On to the weekend's games. Everton, Liverpool.
Liverpool
to finish
Liverpool beating.
Goodison Park murdering.
Yeah. No one cares that it's the last time you're going to be there.
That's true.
Okay.
Who cares?
Mohamed Salah does not care.
He doesn't, honestly. Brentford, Newcastle.
I reckon we win that 3-1.
Brentford are going to win 2-0.
I think we just have good games against Brentford. I just don't think that, if we do put a good performance in against Liverpool, I can see us going away and winning. If we get destroyed at Liverpool, I think that Eddie Howe will know that something needs to change. And I reckon they could try and get a result there.
Wissa and Mbuemo have 8 goals each.
I do know that, yes. Harvey Barnes and Isak have 8 goals each. Oh, 8 goals each?
Yes.
Oh, bruh.
Yeah,
that's
each
a
in
lot.
the league. Yes.
Holy shit.
Yes, that's why I think they're going to beat you.
Oh, Jesus. I forgot about that.
Yeah. I mean, they're not missing Tony, clearly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
fucking hell.
I think they'll win. They're in good form right now. So, yeah. Palace against City. So you said City would draw against Forest. And then...
I reckon they could get a win at Palace.
I reckon they draw against Palace 1-1.
I reckon they could get a win there. Palace... they have Eze back at the moment, but also still, even against Newcastle, they cannot retain possession.
It's Sarr, man. On the break, it's Ismaila Sarr.
I know, but Palace can't hold the ball. There's no safety when they've not got the ball.
They don't need the ball. There's no danger when City have the ball now. You can let City have the ball and just hit them on the break.
I can't see it going on forever. That's the problem.
I'm going 1-1. I think they beat Forest and they draw with Palace.
Okay.
United Forest 2-1 win.
I'll go 2-1.
I think it's going to be a close game. It's going to be cagey. They're in decent form for the past couple months. We're finding our feet. I think regardless of the Arsenal result, we'll show up. We're at home for this one, so I think we'll get behind them and probably get a win. And Chris Wood will score.
Yeah.
Tottenham Chelsea last game.
I already said it. I already said it's going to be 4-2.
Oh
Chelsea.
yeah, true. I said it was 3-2 to Tottenham. That's true. And finally, bomb/bozo of the week.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a few that I could pick for obvious reasons, but I think this week I'm going to go with Mr. Kyle Walker.
Kyle Walker.
You are just not the player that you were.
Nope.
You're not good enough to start for City right now.
Absolutely not.
You're not good enough to start for England.
Bozo.
You've lost your legs, and obviously you heavily relied on them.
Retire.
Retire.
You are as good as defending as you are keeping a wife, right? Serial cheater.
True.
Play for City, break lockdown rules and invite escorts over to your house, right? Still keep cheating on your wife, mother of your children. Horrible human, you know? Fuck you, man. Honestly, just quit
Jesus.
football. He's actually scum of the earth. How did he get into the Euro team of the tournament? What the fuck?
Anyways.
Livramento, it's your time now.
Yes,
I like
please.
you, Livramento. You seem like a nice guy that would respect your wife.
Yeah.
For me, bum of the week, a bozo of the week, Kylian Mbappe. You were brought into the team to bring them to the next level, to become the Galacticos. But the Galacticos concept is flawed. When there are too many stars in one place, what happens? There is a black hole. That's not how it works.
Black hole?
That's not how it works.
Okay.
Yeah, you cannot have all of these stars all together in this one place, because you've got Mbappe that wants to play on the left.
Too many cooks spoil the soup.
Damn.
That's what they say.
Too many cooks. Looks like Vinny might get moved up front now from what Ancelotti's saying, which is just Mbappe clearly having a
meltdown.
Honestly, a hold,
yeah.
having a hold on the whole team, which could disrupt everything.
Yeah.
These guys literally won the Champions League and the league last year. You've got Bellingham doing all of Mbappe's running for him. You've got the teammates ignoring him in the tunnel.
Yeah, not even speaking to him, like openly ignoring him. Bellingham openly ignoring him.
I would, if I'm doing someone's running, someone we've brought in, he's clearly getting more than everyone else in the team in wages.
Yeah.
And he can't be asked to work. Fuck you.
Why is he doing Chinese adverts?
Money. So much money.
Do you need any more?
You always need more money. Look at every single good boxer.
It's true. It's very true. Yes. It's very, very true.
They always do that. And Snoop Dogg, do you think he needs more money?
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Yeah, it's just a grand. But yeah, Mbappe, I mean, you literally, I think that we could be seeing the end of this Real Madrid team as we know it if they don't fix up and get him to work how they work. They miss Joselu. It sounds like such a stupid thing to say, but they miss Joselu.
It's true.
All these strikers leave Newcastle and become goats. You know, you've got Chris Wood, you've got Joselu, right? You've got Remy. No, okay,
Remy.
Maybe not Remy.
Jeez.
Actually, no, he went to Chelsea after that.
Went to Chelsea.
He did well at Chelsea.
He didn't do well. He did all right.
Yes, he did. You've got... Yeah.
Okay.
Who else did you get?
Mitrovic. Yeah.
There's so many. You just ruined strikers.
Yeah, man.
Maybe when you sell Isak to Arsenal in the summer,
he'll become the best striker in the league.
40 goals a season.
Fuck's sake, maybe.
Depressing to be a Newcastle fan. Hopeful to be a United fan. Hopefully we win 2 games in the next week. We won't.
Hopefully you've enjoyed this episode.
Yes, we're back, and we will be back as normal next week in person.
Yes.
He won't be going to Mogadishu next week.
No.
Everyone like, comment, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. Please like our TikTok videos and repost them.
Please.
Repost them and follow us on TikTok. Leave a comment. Tell us if you agree. Or if not, say, Ben, you're a twat.
Specifically Ben.
Just say that. We won't even report it. We'll just leave it there.
Yeah. We always leave them.
We'll thumbs it up. But yeah, we'll hopefully see you in the next one in a bit.